Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Amanda. This is the Porch Swing, and we do all kinds of usually Dollar Tree and crafting hauls and a few Cricut business things and just real life around here. But lately we have been doing a series on us building a house in order to get all debt free, and I'm going to have a video explaining that whole debt free journey coming up real soon, so make sure you stick around for that. But if you are not new, if you have been following this journey, welcome back, and I have missed you guys. It has been about a month since I uploaded a video, I think, and a lot has happened. A lot. Oh, so just it's been crazy. We're going to get through, I'm going to go through absolutely everything and start from the beginning and pick up where we left off with the appraisal and things. But just in the last month, I've lost my job. With, of course, the virus, everything, has been crazy with the world. Lost my job, broke my camera. So there was that. Tried to record some things on my phone. A memory card failed, lost all my footage. It has been crazy, y'all. Crazy. So let's just start back at the beginning, or back at where we left off last. If you watched my last video, which I think I'm actually wearing the same shirt. Gosh, this thing is like the most comfortable shirt like ever, and I love it. So I wear it like once a week, and it just happens to be when I'm filming, whatever, right? It's fine. But anyway, if you watched my last video, we had, let's see, we were waiting on the appraisal. So we had just had the appraisal done, and we were trying to, because just also if you're new, the way we're financing this is we have paid cash for the land, and we are paying cash for a lot of the building projects, but the actual shell of the building, the groundwork to get the building up, we're actually getting like a small home equity loan to get that paid for. That way we could just do it quicker, and the idea is to either move into it or sell it anyway. And at the end of it, we will be completely debt-free, house and all. This house. So I'll explain that in great detail in an upcoming video, because I know I've had a lot of questions, a lot of personal messages and stuff. Okay. So anyway, we were waiting on that appraisal because we were getting the home equity loan. So that was a mess. I'm not even gonna lie. When I left off, we didn't know whether or not we were getting the loan. We didn't know anything about the appraisal. Nothing. We knew nothing. And so I'm trying to like filter through everything that happened with that week, because that was basically the week, I think the week that my last video came out was right before or right at when all of the craziness in the world kind of was starting to happen, right? So we got the appraisal back, and first and foremost, the appraisal company, it was terrible. The price was fine. Like, it appraised for what we needed it to appraise for, so that was good. The thing is like, it actually, now that it appraised for what we thought it was going to appraise for, but we actually think now it would have appraised for higher. And the reason is the sketches were terrible. They didn't have the right number of bedrooms and bathrooms. Our house has 4 bathrooms, clearly 4 bathrooms. All of them, like, none of them are like just a toilet and a sink. Like, all of them have either a tub shower combo or a tub or a shower. And so there's 4 distinct bathrooms. They only had 3. They didn't have the right number of bedrooms, which I thought, well, maybe, one of them is kind of a small, maybe they kind of is an office or something. And that was like not a big deal. But then they didn't even have the right amount of garages. Like, how do you mess up that? Like, we have 2 distinct garage doors up front, and then we have a walkout basement that was a garage. Anyway, it was crazy. They didn't have it. It was kind of a mess, but it appraised for enough money that it wasn't an issue, so we didn't challenge it. It just was kind of a little strange, okay? Okay, so after that ordeal, that next week, our home lender actually got sent home to work from home, okay? So we're like, how do we close? How do we do all of this? Like, how's there a closing? We did, everything was new. Everything in the world was new. Not just at this, but everything in the whole world was new, right? So long story short, we ended up still closing on the home equity loan, and they actually came to the house. I had never seen it done. I guess it has been done in the past. Like, this isn't a completely new thing for things like this, you know. But he came to the house, and he even said, like, that was like his last closing. He wasn't doing any more after that. He was taking time off because of the craziness. So, yeah. So we closed on the house. That was great. And so we had the money to start doing everything. That was on a Friday. Yeah, that was on, or maybe that was on Monday. Sorry, that was on a Monday. Okay. Monday we closed on the house. On Friday, I lost my job. Yeah. I work in the healthcare industry, people. I'm not a nurse, I'm a social worker, but I work in the social work field. It was a shock. I mean, I kind of saw it coming like a day or two before, but not any significant time that we could have made a different decision. Not that we would have, but I don't know, you know. But I got laid off. And so it was hard. It was devastating. I didn't know, like, I mean, we're fine. Like, that's why we did this financial journey, was to get out of debt. Like, that's why we've been following the Dave Ramsey baby steps. That's why we saved up and paid cash for, you know, the land and everything. That's why, you know, like on Baby Step 3B, you kind of save up to pay like a down payment on a house, and that's kind of where we are with that. And so we had saved up, and we were okay, and we were going to, you know, cash flow a lot of this house except for this small home equity loan to build the actual outside. So we were okay, but it's still like, you still pause and you still think worst case scenario, and you still, and my company was good. It gave us, wasn't going to fight unemployment or anything like that. I was going to be able to draw unemployment, and I actually drew a decent amount because of the new regulations and things like that. But I didn't know that at the time. Like, none of that had happened yet. And so, but we were just like, okay, we just hunker down, and we just, just spend like, like we're on baby step 1. Like, really, like we were just, really nickel and dime, watch your groceries, watch your everything, and so, which was fine because you can't really go anywhere, so that was good. But anyway, it was scary. Again, it all worked out. I got my unemployment, and kind of life kind of slowly moved on. So while I was on unemployment, I was able to do a few house projects, and I do think I have some footage saved of that, and I'll put that in probably our next video as far as what, like, some things we're doing to increase the value of our home to sell. And again, I will go over all the details on because it's kind of not just about this house and the next house. There's actually more involved. And so there's a bigger plan. And so it's kind of complicated. Everything could go wrong. Everything could go right. We're hoping for something in the middle. Yeah, it's scary. Like, because you're building this house in the middle of, what could be a very bad economic crisis. I don't know. We're building this house to sell. Like, we're not actually, we might live in it. Like, that's kind of plan B, and we haven't 100% decided, but the initial plan is we're going to try to sell it. So yeah, everything's crazy. Sorry, I had a message. So where was I? All right. So that happened. So you will see some footage. You will hopefully see us just basically getting a few things because we were waiting. We were basically at a standstill. So we closed on our new property, but we needed to do groundwork at our new property before we could start building and everything else. And we are going to be doing most of the work ourselves. That was another decision that we made during the time, you know, being laid off, was that we had planned on hiring the exterior done. That was one of the reasons we got the loan, was that we thought, you know, with me working and everything else, like we could cash flow a lot of the other expenses. And so we just decided that due to a couple things, due to price, due to how far out people were, and everything, that Jacob and I had just decided that we are going to do the majority of the work ourselves. We were already doing the majority of the work ourselves, but we were going to do even the building of the structure ourselves. This isn't the first one we've built like this, so this isn't, you know, completely new. But we do have some family and friends that are going to come and help with concrete, that have some experience with that and have some tools and things like that. So again, that was something that we were going to hire. That was going to be a major expense, and that is, again, something that we have decided to take on ourselves, because it you know, times have changed, things have changed, and you know, again, timing and price, the whole world's changed, and we're just adapting, right? So we're going to do that, and that's going to be good. We've been in contact, like I said, with some family members and friends that have some experience in that area. So that's going to be good. It's going to save us quite a bit of money. Okay. So, but we still have to have the groundwork done, and we still have to hire that, because we do not own a backhoe. We don't own a skid steer or even a tractor at this point, you know. And so when we did groundwork back home, we had a tractor on the farm. I have a tractor here. So we had to wait for them to be able to do the groundwork. And so it was a agonizing 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Oh my gosh, it took a while, like I said, because we closed right in the middle of the pandemic, and then, you know, trying to get a hold of someone and who's still working, who's not working. It was just, again, this is a crazy time to do anything in the world, but let alone this. So we got a hold of a family friend that owns an excavating company. He said he could do it, you know, gave us a price, and we were able to get him to do it. But he was booked out like a week at that point. Then we had rain, and then we had a freak, like, couple, like, things of snow, like, you know, everything is crazy. We literally in 1 week had like 70, 80 degree weather, tornado warnings, and snow. I mean, that's typical spring in Missouri, but in the middle of a pandemic, things are even crazier. So anyway, moving on from that, we went ahead and had that done. Okay, so we got him scheduled to do that. Okay, now in the middle of all of this is when I broke my camera. You know, I have a separate camera that I use to film all my YouTube videos on. I don't use my phone just because of storage issues and transfer issues or whatever. I just have a separate camera. I've always done it that way. So my camera broke, and I was laid off work. And so, I mean, literally, I think I found out my camera had broken. It didn't get dropped. Nothing really happened. It just stopped working. So anyway, I made the decision to not replace it immediately. I just said, you know, yes, I could have afforded it. Yes, you know, we could have done it, you know. I don't buy real expensive, you know, cameras. I think the one that I did replace it, and it was, you know, $300 or so. So, you know, we just decided at that point that I'm not making a lot of money on YouTube, and so I just couldn't justify the purchase at the time. So I decided I would film some videos on my camera. So I'm like, okay, no big deal. I filmed this exact video, twice, and lost the footage. Probably a good thing, because I was kind of an emotional mess, and I'm kind of over it now, so it's not as raw, and yeah, I'm not crying during it like I was in the first one, because I was like, oh, it's my job, I don't know what to do. Yeah, that kind of thing, right? And so, this is probably a good thing. But anyway, So I just decided that, you know, I was going to try to make some YouTube videos. And again, I have a little bit of footage. I'm going to try to piece together a few things here and there for you guys. We'll see how that goes. So fast forward. The set date for me to be off of unemployment when they gave us our packet was April or May 18th, or in the middle of May, sometime like that, right? So thankfully, things happened. They got some government assistance, things like that, and they brought us back sooner. So we actually got to come back sooner. So that was really nice. So my first day back to work was actually today. And again, I know the videos will be kind of out of order because you'll see some video, you know, or whatever. So I'm back to work, which is good. I did get unemployment while I was off work, so I actually didn't miss a paycheck, didn't, you know, nothing, you know, again, we were okay. But it was scary. I replaced my camera when I found out I was coming back to work, and my unemployment had started coming in, and so I knew that there was a little bit of stability there. Yeah, so that's where we are as of up to date to now. So, right? So today there was also some groundwork done. You're going to see a lot of things in our next week's video. So stay tuned for that. But I wanted to just do a sit down video. I know this is kind of long. I know it's kind of drawn out. And some of you that don't normally watch my videos are like, what is she even talking about? But I do know that some of you are following my journey, you know, our journey. And so I wanted to make sure you guys knew, like, where I was and what was happening, and that, you know, I'm still thinking about you guys. I know there's a lot of you out there that are still struggling. I know that, you know, a lot of you are struggling in so many different ways, and whether it be debt, or whether it be family, or whether it be health, or just so many things. And I just want to be the beacon of light to encourage you and know that you can get through this, and times will be better. And so we're going to get back to that. I'm going to do some videos on how you can make some money at home, as I really think that's important right now because a lot of you guys are home, and we're going to get through this. But anyway, guys, I love you guys. Now you're up to speed. Also, because of everything, now my videos are real time. So before they were 2 or 3 videos, 2 or 3 weeks behind, which was going to be a little awkward anyway because I was filming and some before all the craziness hit, and so it kind of looked like I was going to the store and things that I'm not doing now. And so yeah, it probably works out okay. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you guys are safe. I hope you guys are healthy. Know that I love you, that I'm praying for you, and I'll see you real soon in the next update. Bye, guys.